Well, like Joseph, Mary, and Jesus, who left the big city and found themselves in a little town, I did the same here, came out to a little town, but there's no room at the inn. None of the inns. It is the national holiday of Ecuador called Carnival. Everybody comes down to the coast and everything was booked. And I didn't want to look online, I just wanted to keep pursuing the adventure. What did I find? Well, you can see I am a few, maybe several thousand meters away from several thousand people just enjoying the beach. And at the very edge of this town, on the furthermost corner where it just turns into this greenery like we have over here, I just was led and followed my heart to this little place, and there was, it looked like a husband and wife were working out in the little section in front of this little shack. So I started talking to them in my broken Spanish, and I'm gonna stay with them tonight. So that's pretty cool. They cleared out a little tool shed for me. It's a little bamboo shack, and I'm gonna stay in there tonight. And it's right next to this amazing beach that I have all to myself. It's crazy, thousands and thousands of people and music and everything down there. Super fun to walk through. But I have my own secluded beach experience here. I'm gonna practice my Spanish because they don't speak even a single word of English. And I've only been here a little over a week. And this is my first time down to South America. First time, being in a country that speaks Spanish. So this is an adventure, and I brought some food, so we're gonna cook up a meal and share that together. But first, I just had to go enjoy this beach experience and share part of it with you. That was just too much fun. This is like a child's dream here, just to stand on top of the sand and drop down. There's a whole bunch of it to play with. Oh, this will be a good one. The stone is going down with me. You may think this is rather silly. You're watching a bearded man in his mid-30s, solo vlogging and playing in the sand. But this is actually restoring something I lost. Something we all need. While you watch me playing on this beach, listen to my quick story and stick around till the end to meet some peculiar pedestrians. The story begins in January 2020, when our family felt a silent wave approaching. And after 12 months of blind faith, we were completely packed when the door finally opened for our homesteading adventure in Idaho. A few months later, however, I found myself without work, in debt, and isolated. Like so many others through the pandemic, I felt overwhelmed by the mountains before us, disappointed by unmet expectations, and struggling to lead my family coping through the pains of change. Feel free to share your story below if you can relate. Have you felt like a misplaced clam struggling to survive over these last few years? I know I have. I was emotionally exhausted as the waves of life kept crashing over me. So I buried my heart in the sand, searching for safety by ignoring my pain. Seasons pass and our family endures more hardships and unpredicted change. And guess who gets the blame for all this pain? Spoken love goes quiet as opposition screams. And affirmations are replaced by accusations against my character. Do you know what happens when we stop receiving compliments from other people for an extended period of time? Subconsciously, I stop complimenting and believing in myself. I start questioning my value. Accused and lonely, my heart longs for affirmation. But guess what I hear instead? Self-doubt. I lose my confidence in making enough money to build our dream homestead. I fall into the unspoken cultural expectation that the man of the house is meant to hold the family together, and while mine is falling apart, I feel I've given everything and have nothing left to give. I lose self-confidence altogether. A year and a half after my separation against my desires, I find myself here. But how does playing in the sand heal a broken heart? How does vlogging restore anything? Listen closely to this part of my journey. Play and creativity boost confidence. Think about it. Were you more confident as a child? Playing in the sand and vlogging on this beach is actually restoring the childlike confidence I lost these past few years. Do you want to feel a little less alone and a little more self-confident? Keep joining my adventures and sharing your comments. Tap the like if your heart is feeling a jolt of joy and a hint of hope from the smile of my renewed childlike confidence. As I head back to my bamboo fort on the beach, let's share a little more playfulness with those peculiar pedestrians up ahead. So as I'm walking, I'm seeing all these holes, parts of sand being thrown out, and there's nothing on top of the sand. But as I pan up, ahead of me I see all this movement. All these little crabs moving into their holes as I'm approaching them. I was walking in the opposite direction saying I was like Joseph, Mary, and Jesus. Now I feel like Moses parting the Red Sea. Except it's just the Red Sea of all these crabs along the beach. It is quite the entertaining walk, I'd say. So if you need a boost in self-confidence, remember to practice some playful creativity today. And like a boy on a treasure hunt, I hop a ride the next day to a beach so special it needs armed guards to protect it. You coming along?